Sophie Cotsis, Shadow Minister for Housing, Women and Local Government. Well, this is my second sleep out, and it was very important for me, particularly as the Shadow Minister for Housing, to take part and to participate in this very important event. And congratulations to Vinnies, the sponsors, participants and the many CEOs, unions, community leaders who've participated and contributed to this very important fundraising effort that is going to help thousands of homeless people with the support they need. But also it's very important, as one of the speakers said, Brian, who put it very well about the partnerships that are needed between government, non-government organisations and the private sector to build more social and community housing, as well as providing the important wraparound services. I think we're living these busy lives and running around and doing different things and going to work and organising our kids and trying to get involved in community activities, and we tend not to, I think in that sort of busyness of life, we tend not to think about, and this is what I have found in this area, in my portfolio area of housing and homelessness, and it needs government leadership, it needs political leadership. And gathered here today, tonight, we have huge CEO leadership. I mean, we have CEOs of some of the largest companies in Australia, very wealthy, very prominent, very influential, who together with government and the non-government sector can really change homelessness around over the next period. And I think events like this increase the awareness of what is going on out there. But we need to have continuous reinforcement. Shouldn't just be a one-off. We should continue to put pressure on governments of all persuasions and political parties to ensure that this is a priority area, because without a safe, clean, accessible, secure property, then other parts of people's lives are not fulfilled. I think it's important that we do have a very strong economy, and that is for someone, I represent the Labor Party, and that's always been one of our key objectives, is to facilitate, to ensure that there is a strong economy, to ensure that we have more building of housing, of social and public housing. And the former federal Labor government did just that, where they invested in building new public housing, invested in homelessness issues. But it can't just be a one-off, it has to be, we need a short-term and a long-term plan, particularly here in Sydney, and it was spoken about today, where housing prices have gone through the roof. Rental affordability is a major issue. There was a number of reports that have come out recently where there might be one property out of 500 in a particular local government area that is so-called affordable. I mean, that is outrageous when you have people on very low, modest incomes, whether they're working in the services sector or retail, or in this environment of insecure work. And it mainly affects women, and women are the ones that cop the brunt of this, because it's mainly women that work in part-time or casual employment, and without that permanency of employment, they find themselves very quickly at risk of homelessness and being homeless with children. And that's something that we're a very wealthy state. We're a very wealthy state, and we need to work, all sections of community need to work together. What I'd like to see is that housing affordability, building more public and social housing should be a key priority area for both the state and federal governments. As I said, without a safe and secure place for families with their children to live, then the rest of their lives the rest of their lives are uncertain. So that is a key priority for both state and federal governments, is to build more housing, and particularly in the state has a number of levers that they can move around to ensure that we have affordable housing, we increase the supply of housing, and we build more housing. I'd like to see, next year, 2015, we've got the state election in March 2015. So I would like to see the next government, and I would like to see members of that government ensuring that they are here and they are talking to business and the non-government organisations of how to build more housing, provide the services necessary, and develop a long-term plan that governments of all persuasions are going to carry on.